Yes, hello and welcome. This is Ben, a rider here. Today we're testing out the NEXT NX2 125i. It's a combustion engine scooter from NEXT. Usually they only have electric bikes. I was a little bit surprised, but they also have this offering here as a combustion engine with a small combustion engine, 125, 9.5 horsepower. But actually, you know, when the surface is very even, we can actually reach speeds over 100, although they say 95, but I reach speeds more than that. So it is quite impressive for this little engine, which is air cooled, and it has a very competitive price of 2,499 euro here in Spain. So it's quite amazing, but everything I say, of course, you have to watch out because, you know, you have to see the price, you know. Anyways, let's get to the controls, the display and the storage space. Yes, on the left hand side we have the brake lever for the rear disc brake. We have CBS braking system. We do not have ABS, but it's very strong and powerful. I checked it out already and it's quite nice. We have a passing light switch here for the passing light with a high beam, low beam switch here. We have a horn button here. We have a turn signal switch here, and that's everything on the left hand side. On the right hand side we have the throttle, the brake lever. We have a emergency cutoff switch here. We have the hazard light switch, and we have the starter switch right there. In the middle we have the display, which is quite nice, easily readable, crisp and clear TFT display. This is the normal display mode. Actually, we can also switch it to a, at the moment I am not connected, but I will show you when we're riding back. We also can mirror the Carbit Ride app, and then we can also use full screen navigation, which is very nice. Yeah, you have all the info here on the screen, as you can see. You can actually make minor adjustments in the settings. You can select the language. I don't want to go into detail here. We can change from Chinese to English. We can switch the units from inch to centimeters and stuff like that. We can set the clock, of course. We have a trip here which always resets when you turn on or off the engine. I could not find a trip where you can, which actually lasts until you turn it off or turn it back to zero, reset it. In the front we have a little cubby hole here. You can put something there, but it is open, of course. We have a hook here for your groceries. We have the opening here for the gasoline tank. We have actually here a little USB connection, USB-C and regular USB, and here we have the ignition switch where you can lock the handlebar and open up the seat and stuff like that. Let's open up the seat here. It is open now. Let's open up the seat. The seat is not spring loaded or anything, so it might eventually come down on you if there's a lot of wind. The inside of this is not so big. I think only a small jet helmet will fit in there. My full-faced helmet does not fit in there, unfortunately, but maybe a jet helmet and some gloves and stuff like that you can fit in there. That is no problem. So this is the new NEXT NX2 125i 2025 model year. A little 125 scooter for a very good price. Let's check it out and let's get it on the road. Let's go. So when sitting on it, here it is uneven surface, but I can tell you when it's even surface, the seat height is not so bad. It's pretty good. I am 175, 5'9", so it is acceptable. However, when you put up your feet onto the platform, they are very high up. I also noticed that on the electric version, and yeah, that is not so comfortable. If you're even taller than me, you might have already a problem. That's what I wanted to tell you. Let's turn on the engine. Turns on very easily. You have to use the brake and turn it on. As soon as you start to put your feet up on the platform, you notice it's very high compared to any other scooter. And on the electric one, of course, I thought maybe underneath there's the battery, that's why. But here, of course, you know, well, it's the same chassis, but maybe, I don't know what's underneath. So you see the display navigation, full screen navigation looks pretty nice, works nicely. I tested it at night already yesterday. It turns to a darker color, of course. pretty nice. But what I could not change here, at least in this app from Carbit Ride, it's only miles and not kilometers. Maybe if you can mirror your own Google Maps or maybe your own Waze, maybe then you will have kilometers. I don't know. I have no idea. But at least this one works. If you lock it on the phone now, I tried that. Everything should work as expected now. So, riding in the twisties here, it feels very nice and good. You can move it around with your hips as well, that is no problem. And it really takes these corners quite nicely. It only has 13-inch front and rear tires, but it feels very nice. And it does not feel like, it's been a while since I test rode these Vespas and stuff, but they always felt like they want to plunge into the corner. But this one feels stable in the corners, really like almost like a racing bike, you know, and very straight. A straight runner in the corners. I like it, although it's 13-inch. Yeah, okay, we're now going down the hill, but uphill the performance, of course, on these not so high speed roads is acceptable. As I said, if you go level, you might reach speeds of 115 on the speedometer. Of course, that is not the real speed, but still it would be above 100 kilometers, I'm sure, on GPS data. So I was amazed, you know, when it doesn't have to struggle that much, you can actually reach nice speeds. And you always have to think, oh, it's only 9.5 horsepower, oh, it's only air cooled, and oh, it's only 2,500 euros. So, you know, you have to see, you have to always compare this. You cannot say, oh, this is bad and that is bad. Because, you know, you also have a fairly low price scooter here. All the other scooters, I reckon, I don't know if there's anything cheaper than this one here in this class 125. I'm sure they will be at least 1,000 euro more expensive, all the other scooters. Okay, some disadvantages, of course, you know, in the rear we do not have any LEDs. We have regular bulbs. We do not have ABS, which I think every scooter should have it. They should have put ABS on it, to be honest. We have very good lights in the front. I mean, there's only one. I think it's like a projectional LED light or lamp or something, very bright and very white light. And I tested it out, the high beam, low beam, very, very nice. Almost, maybe actually stronger on this one than on my Honda X80V. I was really surprised. It has very good light. Oh, there is did you see that? There was a chameleon on the road. Here it is again. Guys, have a look. Can you see it? It doesn't know what to do. I hope there's no one coming. So if I go over here, it will hopefully go here. It's very small. I think that was a baby. They were very nice. They set it to the other side. It didn't know what to do really. Go forward, go backward. Anyways, back in the saddle here. Let's not talk about chameleons. Let's talk about the NEXT NX2. Yeah, very good handling here in the corners and the twisties, I can tell you that. So if you live somewhere there, okay, you always have to go up, of course, but okay, the engine is not too big and not too powerful, but still acceptable for this. This is actually loaner from Next in Alicante. Thank you very much to Next in Alicante for providing me this unit here. I have it for a few days over the weekend now. Maybe in September, if I'm still lucky and it's still there here at the dealer in Malaga, I can take it back. I can do some more rides and I can do more videos with you, for you. And so far it is not too bad. I mean, as I said, you know, of course it's not perfect. What is perfect, and especially for that price, but for that price it is pretty nice. The price is nice. And if you're looking for a fairly cheap alternative in transportation, which is not electric, you can get the same version here, the same looks of this NX2 in electric, of course, but it will cost you about 7,000 euro or so. I liked it very much, and it is very, very powerful. You can watch my video here. I hope I have it up for English already. If not, look at the German video. It's very powerful. And they also made a little combustion engine now, and which is not too bad. I mean, I think it's very, very nicely priced, and hopefully they will sell a lot for this price. I wish them all the best of luck. As you can see, you know, we even have map navigation. It's quite crazy. Oh, I just see that you also get messages here on the display. So actually I said yes to the permission, because you can decline and accept, and you also see that someone sent you a message. Also quite nice. So these kind of displays have all kinds of good things in them. Sometimes I wonder why Honda, you know, they have these nice TFT displays now and they're restricted to turn-by-turn navigation. I don't know why, because this is really, really nice. I like it, you know, if you can switch it to maps and stuff. So we have to stand still, then we can switch the mode, and now we have the regular display again. I will do the 0 to 100 hopefully. Let's go and go. Took a while to get up to speed, and now we have to, as I told you, for me it's very difficult to tell you what the max speed is on these scooters and bikes, because we hardly have any even stretch of road here where I could be safe to say, okay, it's even and we can go maximum so and so much. Now we're going a very steep incline. I have full throttle, but I'm sure we will slow down quite significantly pretty soon. Yeah, we're going down already. I'm still on full throttle here. Still full throttle. Still full throttle, still going up the hill. And soon we will reach the peak here. I think we have reached the peak now, not yet, but it's not so bad anymore, the hill. I think it is actually not too bad for this little scooter. Well, except for the little bunny hopping in the front, as you can see here. It is fairly stable, and yeah, I think you actually feel safe on it as well. Wind is not so bad. If you duck down a little bit, then you actually, well, maybe middle of your visor, but at least the little sporty windscreen deflects the wind a little bit. Oh, still have full throttle, but now we're going down the hill. Oh, take back the throttle now. I reduce the throttle. As I said, you know, of course the highway power performance is not so great, but I mean that is to be expected from a 9.5 horsepower engine. Of course, you know, you still have to think, oh, it only costs 2,500, but I can still get up to 100. That's pretty good. And that's what I think. Basically, it is a good buy, I would say, you know, for this price. You get a lot. You get the display, which is nice, which looks nice, and I would recommend it actually to you. For this price, I would recommend this scooter to you. As you can see now, we have a dark display in the tunnel. Yeah, except for the seating position, of course. You know, if you're a very tall rider, then I don't think it would be perfect for you. As you can see, you know, I'm 175, 5'9", and I'm basically have my legs here in a 90-degree angle. So you should be smaller than me, maybe, then it would be better. And probably would be more comfortable. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to make this test ride too long for this little scooter. All in all, I would say it is pretty nice for that price. And that's it about this test ride of the NEXT NX2 2025 model year. The combustion engine version. As I said, there's also an electric version available. You can have a look at my test ride of this one as well. That's everything here about this test ride. Thanks very much for watching. This has been a ride out. Take care. Bye bye.
Cruising down the coast, sun on my face, on a brand new ride, taking my place. From scooters to beasts, every mile's a test. I push the limits, give you my best.